That's fine. We're great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to talk to you guys.
So are we. So, thank you so much for coming. Be very welcome here, everybody, and Chris, our special guest tonight. So, people, we are going to try to have a conversation in English, okay, with Chris. Chris will be here to answer your questions if you have any questions for him and to talk. Okay, so Chris, please, they're beginners. Let's try not to sick. So,
Okay, okay.
all right. So, to start
No
with, could you
worries.
please tell us about yourself, Chris? Tell us about your experiences, whatever you
Yeah.
want to share.
So my name's Kriss Geliske. I was born in Maryland in the United States. That's near the capital, Washington, D.C. Uh, I stayed there until I was 16. Then I moved to Michigan. I moved near Detroit, near Canada. It's very cold, um, but it's very beautiful. Then I came to Brazil when I turned 18, and I was a missionary for our church. I met my wife towards the end of my mission and came back for her, and we got married during the pandemic. And we've been married for 2.5 years. We live in Palhoça in Santa Catarina. As far as work goes, I've done a little bit of everything. Um, I was a lifeguard. I worked at a bank. I'm a teacher now. I've worked in construction. I started my own business. I have a business team in the United States and customers that still buy from me internationally. Uh, and I think that's about it. Anything else?
That was wonderful. I didn't know you've done so many things.
Yeah,
A lot of
many
different jobs.
jobs.
So you're a teacher now. What do you teach?
So I teach English actually.
Oh, of course.
So I teach private English classes.
All
So just one
right.
student. Most of my
Uh-huh.
students are fluent or almost fluent. So we talk a lot about culture and a lot of conversations and stuff like that.
That's really cool. Really cool. Okay. So people, now time is open for you to ask Chris the questions you would like to. Okay. Let's go. Don't be shy.
Awesome.
Yes, please. In English.
Hi, Christian. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Emma.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am great. Um, do you like living in Brazil?
Yes. I love Brazil. I think the I think the nature here is beautiful. All the trees and flowers and fruit, I think is beautiful.
Do you marry with a Brazilian? Do you miss your family in USA?
Yes, I miss my family very much. I actually had a dog that unfortunately died while I was here. So I would miss him very much. But I'm excited for my wife to meet my family because because it was during the pandemic, my family never met my wife.
Okay. Do you like your food, Brazilian?
Brazilian food, yeah, especially churrasco. I like having consistency each day. So rice, beans, and a protein every day is very interesting. It's very different for me because in the United States, every day we'll eat something different. So I like having consistency, and I think the Brazilian diet is a lot healthier.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you something. I'm curious.
Yeah.
You were talking about your family not having met your wife yet. Do you guys have planned to make it happen?
Yes. Okay. So hopefully, in the next month or two, Krislani will get her visa
Great.
and we can go to the United States. So we want to live there, but we're waiting on the government, and the government takes their time.
Yeah, I know.
So they're
Mhm.
slow sometimes. But soon my wife will meet my family.
Fantastic, Grace. Fantastic. Really cool.
What
All right,
else?
guys. Do you have questions? Let's go. Or else I'll choose. Go,
Hey,
Mateus. Go.
my name is Matheus. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Chris, I have a question.
Yeah.
How much Portuguese you can speak live in Brazil? Did you learn a lot or
So I'm fluent in Portuguese. I've lived here for 4 years, 5 years, more or less. So I'm married with a girl from Fortaleza. So I don't know if that's considered Portuguese, but I do speak whatever she speaks.
yes, it is. Probably you've learned a lot Portuguese to living with a Brazilian woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice to know. I
So
have
I
one quick question.
yeah.
Thank you.
Come on, people. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Lucas, please.
Hello, Chris. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm Lucas Gabriel,
Nice to meet you, Lucas.
and um, thank you. I'm question for you. My question for you, sorry, is what do you think is similar between the U.S. and Brazil?
Interesting. Um, I would say three things. Brazil and the United States are very big countries. So sometimes when you talk to people from Europe, they don't understand how big our countries are. Because in Europe, you can go 12 hours in one direction and pass through 4 countries. But in Brazil and in the United States, you could drive 12 hours and still be in the same state. And so they're both very big. I would say water as well. Brazil and the United States both have a lot of water. So Brazil has the Amazon rainforest, and the United States has the Great Lakes, which are the 5 largest freshwater lakes in the world. So we have a lot of water. We're very big. And I would say we are very open to strangers. So if you talk to an American on the street in the United States, they will love talking to you, and they'll ask you about your accent. Where are you from? How long have you been here? How did you learn English? So unlike what you might see sometimes on TV, Americans love foreigners. We love to meet people who come to our country legally, because that's how all of us got there. And Brazil is the same. The Brazilian people are very open and welcoming. So you can talk to anyone on the street. Yeah.
That's so interesting. I see your photo on your Instagram, and and there you looks like more American person, and here you looks like you seem more a Brazilian person.
Good.
More Brazilian
Thank you.
And
That's
you
good.
looks like very smart.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for answer my question.
Yeah, I'm glad I could help.
I totally agree with him. Questions, people. Let's go. Come on, guys. Don't be shy. Thiago is crazy to ask you a question. Go, Thiago. Go.
Hi, Kriss.
Tell me.
Hello.
My name is Thiago Vacari.
Nice to meet you, Thiago.
Nice to meet you too. Kriss, do you like cars? Ride performance?
I like driving. I don't know a lot about cars. I can tell when a car is pretty. And I've driven many different cars. The first car I ever drove was an Infinity sports car. I can't remember the model. But my mom had a sports car when I lived in Maryland. And so when I turned 16, I started learning to drive. And so I learned to drive in a sports car, which not a lot of people get that chance. Sports cars are very expensive. But I have a car waiting for me in the United States. That's a Jeep. It's a Jeep Renegade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So I got a red Jeep Renegade waiting for me in the United States.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Really cool. And cars there are very cheap too, right, Chris?
Much
it depends
cheaper
on the
than here, for sure.
Yeah.
Much
Mhm.
cheaper. In the United States, the most expensive things are things like insurance, monthly payments, stuff like that. Taxes are very expensive in the United States. But actually buying things isn't too bad. So food, cars, houses are less expensive than here. Phones, but but things like health insurance, car insurance, state taxes, national taxes, that stuff is very expensive.
I can imagine. Okay, let's go, guys. Questions.
Hey, Chris.
Hello. Who do I answer first?
Hey, Chris. I'm Wagner. Nice to
Nice to
meet you.
meet you, Wagner.
Nice to meet you too. Chris, what was the biggest difference in behavior you noticed between Brazilians and Americans?
Brazilians love to party and Americans love to work. So Americans are workaholics. Now I don't agree with this. But Americans work way too much. And Brazilians are more focused on living life and enjoying life. So there are a lot of holidays here in Brazil, and not that many in the United States. But that means that
Brazilians are partyaholic.
Yeah. But because in the United States we have few holidays, we really love to celebrate those holidays. So you can see it in Halloween and Christmas and Easter. We'll decorate everything. Thanksgiving. Those days are very special for us because we don't have many holidays that we celebrate.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Oh, this is something I feel so fascinated about the United States, Chris. It would be my dream to go like by October, and have the feeling to experience, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. My dream.
It's very fun. I love all the costumes and decorations.
Yes. And is there any specific places that you would enjoy more if you would go to spend those holidays there?
In the United States?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, Christmas in the snow, a white Christmas is always the best Christmas.
Imagine.
I love Christmas in the snow. So cold places like the north of the United States are always wonderful for snow because there's so many different activities that you can only do in the snow. Things like Thanksgiving, my grandpa would come visit us every year, either on Thanksgiving or Christmas. And so when I was younger, we would call him Santa. And he would sign all of the presents he gave us as Santa, from Santa.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. He would always come and give us a lot of presents and pie on Thanksgiving, which I love pie.
That's cool. That's cool. Our Christmas here in Brazil, for example, people usually say that is a little different because, for example, we start on the 24th. Like we really have parties until late at night, and then we continue on the next day. But not in the United States, right? You don't usually party until late.
Christmas Eve is normally when you'll decorate, or we read from the Bible. My dad will read to us about the birth of Christ. So we'll decorate and do activities on Christmas Eve, but all the presents and parties and stuff like that are on Christmas.
All right, I see. And the pajamas
Christmas
and
Eve
Christmas
is a lot.
letters.
Yeah. Christmas Eve is a lot quieter And
Mhm.
at home, Christmas Day is a party.
Okay. That part I prefer in Brazil.
Yeah.
But I like the parts. Cool. Questions, people. Okay, Matheus, go ahead.
Let's hear it.
Okay, Chris, it's Matheus again.
Hello.
Oh, if I heard correctly, you said you live some time ago in Ireland. That's correct?
Maryland. I was born in Maryland.
Okay. I didn't
So
understand very well.
I would love to go to Ireland. Um, they have a lot of beautiful flower fields and mountains that I want to see, but not yet.
Understand. I'll ask you because I'm going to Ireland in an exchange program in,
Really
in, in July, I think.
awesome. That's
Mm,
exciting.
Yes, I will ask you some things about Ireland, but that's okay. I just didn't understand very well.
I know it rains a lot. There's not a lot of people, but the people it does have are very rambunctious. That's a good word for you. They're very agitated and uh, energetic.
Oh, okay. I've heard that rains a lot there.
Yeah.
I'm going to Dublin. It's going to be a good experience. I don't know. Let's see.
Are you going to the coast or inland?
I don't know yet, but I'm going to Dublin. The Dublin, I think it's
Mhm.
on the coast.
Okay. So you'll
If that's
you'll
okay.
probably see a lot of fishing cities.
Yes,
Yeah.
probably. Thank you.
Cool. Very cool.
Stay away from the pubs.
Yeah. Into a lot of fights in the pub, so
Stay
Okay.
away.
Thanks for the advice.
All right. Questions, people? Go, Anderson. Lucas, just a second. Let me just say if somebody else would like to ask here. Anderson, Michelle, Simone. Girls, come on. Isabel, you're here. Marcia, Michelle Gomes. Come on, girls. Let's
Don't
try.
don't be shy, guys. Enjoy this awesome moment.
No? Okay, go, Lucas.
Okay. Um,
hello again.
well, me again. And I've some Chris, I've some cliche questions for you, but I'll have to ask them anyway.
Okay.
And do you know soccer? Do you know Brazilian soccer?
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like?
I like playing soccer. I like playing soccer a lot more than watching it.
Very interesting. Me too.
Yeah, it's fun.
Um, do you play? W- what is your position in soccer?
I like midfield because I run a lot. Um, and I shooting is not my favorite. I
Mhm.
like assists.
That's a
But
good position. Me too.
yeah, so I like passing the ball and running a lot.
That's that's a good position. I agree. Um, and do you prefer s- some team in Brazil of
In
Brazil
Brazil,
uh or the in the
I like
United States?
I like Chelsea actually.
Chelsea and Europe.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
like Chelsea. In
England.
Brazil, I have to think.
Corinthians.
Corinthians.
Go
My
Corinthians.
my wife actually roots for Corinthians. So I might have to vote for them just because my wife does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know Vasco da Gama?
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah. The so, teacher, how can I say be in the past? They
Be in the past, like was
Yeah.
or were.
in this case they because Vasco team being in the Orlando disputed.
Oh,
Was.
they were in
Was that's
Orlando?
right? Was in Orlando
The team
playing.
was or they were in Orlando?
It's a great question.
No, that's how you can conjugate that.
I'm learning about it.
Yeah.
In fact,
What did they do in Orlando?
Orlando playing with River Plate, another team in South American.
Nice. I was gonna say, I don't think the men's soccer teams in the United States
Mhm.
can compare to the Brazilian teams.
I'm sure Orlando City.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Mm.
I'm very enthusiastic for soccer and all of the world.
Awesome. I love sports in general.
That's me too. Thank you again.
Thank you. What else?
Let's go, guys. Anderson said he wants to ask a question. Go, Anderson.
Okay. Hello, Chris. Nice to
Hello,
meet you.
Anderson.
I'm learning English. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. I have a specific question.
Yeah.
What is your profession?
So I teach and I own a direct marketing business.
Marketing business. Okay.
So
Uh,
I work internationally selling nutrition products and cleaning products and makeup, anything you can think of.
Okay. Do you have any relationship with Brazilian immigrations in your work?
Yeah. So when I teach English, most of my students are Brazilian. And in business, I have a license to work in most countries in South America. So when I moved here to get married, I got my business license that I renew every year to be able to sell here as well. So we have the business I partner with has a lot of farms in Ceará. And so they own a lot of acerola, stuff like that you can only get the best in Brazil. You
Okay.
understand?
Okay, I understand. Thank
Okay.
you for your piece, Chris.
Yeah. I like the name Anderson because it always reminds me of the Matrix.
Okay. My matrix. Yes. My last name Anderson. My first name Taylor. Taylor.
Taylor, really?
No Taylor. Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah, with an I.
Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
like Kind of like
Okay,
that.
thank you, Chris. Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Anderson.
Thank
Who else would like to ask a question? Michelle Belmonte. Let's go, me. Yeah, great. Go.
Hi, Chris. My name is Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Hello. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you. Thank you for moment. Thank you for your time with us.
Thank you for inviting me. I like talking to you guys.
Thank you. I prepared some questions.
Shoot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Speak. Do you have animals?
Spiders and lizards that come in my house every so often, but no, not here. I had a dog in the United States, but we don't have a pet yet. Me and my wife both love animals, so soon. We'll see which one comes first, a dog or a baby. One of those.
Teacher, pode traduzir que eu não entendi.
Can I do it?
Eu não entendi esse final.
Então, eu falei que atualmente a gente não tem.
Nossa, tu fala português?
Ah, você tá de
Eu falo.
brincadeira,
Legal.
meu. Vamos comentar em português. Nossa!
Então, atualmente a gente não tem. Mas a gente vai ver qual vai vir primeiro. Ou vai ser um filho, ou vai ser um cachorro.
Ah! Legal.
This is all the
Nice.
Portuguese he can say.
Parabéns, fala muito bem
That's all.
português.
That's all I
Nice.
speak. I only know those specific phrases. That's it.
I love dogs. I have 2 dogs.
Really? What
Yeah.
are their names?
Guinness and Cindy.
And Cindy?
Yeah.
Nice. Good names.
Thank you.
What else?
Não tenho mais perguntas.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You did great, me. Congrats.
Thank you.
That's really nice. Okay, guys, come on. We have short time now. Go, Michelle. Michelle and Isis. Okay, Isis, please, Isis.
Chris, do you have plans to return to the USA?
Yes, I want to go back soon. My cousin is getting married in June. But I don't know if we'll be back in the United States by June. So maybe July or August, we'll go back to the United States.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
How come you're going to skip a winter here?
Terrible, I know. I
Are you
really
sad?
I would love to go from like summer to summer. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'd like to go summer in Brazil to summer in the United States. And then it just takes forever for it to get cold.
Would be nice. Okay. Questions, people. We have 5 minutes here. What country is Chris in? The same country you are in, Anderson. In Brazil.
Okay.
Okay, and Anderson Mello. We have two Andersons here. Let's go, Anderson. Ask a question. Anderson, Ana.
Hey, Chris.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, Thiago. Which place in the United States, né? Que eu não sei muito pronunciar. United States has horse? My daughter in questions.
Horse.
Horse.
It has a lot of horses. I would say probably the southeast of the United States has a lot of horses. And so North Carolina, South Carolina, you have a lot of people with a lot of horses. But further west, you have ranches. So in Texas, in Montana, the states no one talks about, like Montana, Nebraska, Wyoming, they have a lot of cattle. Do you know what cattle is? Cattle is cows, and other animals like that. So they have a lot of cows, so they need cowboys. That they ride a lot of horses. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice. I love the farm.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Guys, questions? Simone, Anderson Mello, Ana Carolina, are you going to ask a question?
No question, teacher.
No.
Chris,
Yeah.
I'm Wagner. For a Brazilian who intends to immigrate to the United States, what state do you recommend to start life?
Do you know anyone in the United States?
A little.
A little? So I would say avoid places with a lot of Brazilians. So I would avoid, if you want to learn the language, avoid Florida, Michigan, where I live, at first.
Okay.
Later, you can move there, and enjoy your time there once you're comfortable with the language. But at first, I would move to South Carolina because it has similar weather.
Yeah.
To Brazil. It's not too expensive, and there are a lot of nice people there. I would recommend a lot of the Gulf Coast. So the Gulf of Mexico has some of the most beautiful beaches in the United States. So if you do go to Florida, instead of going to Miami, I would go to Pensacola, or a place like that. Florida is kind of shaped like this. Miami's down here. Pensacola is up here.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thanks for explanation.
Yeah.
Teacher, excuse me.
Sure.
I have more question. Just a question.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Last question then, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Please.
Chris, Please, how many other languages do you speak?
I speak 2.5 languages.
Uh,
So
uh,
I studied Spanish for 3 years before I came to Brazil.
I can
But when I
imagine.
learned Portuguese, I forgot all my Spanish. But but I have a list of languages that I want to learn. It's part of my bucket list. I want to be a polyglot.
That's
So
awesome.
5 or more languages.
That's awesome. Congrats. Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to learn sign language. Do you know what sign language is?
For
I
that
want.
people,
I want. I want to one day be speak more languages, 5
Good.
or 6 languages
Good.
more.
I like learning languages because I think it expands your perspective. I think you learn to say things in different ways when you experience different cultures and different ways of speaking.
I agree.
So I like the way that Japanese people encourage each other. It's
Yeah.
very unique. I like the way islanders like Tongans and Samoans name things and people.
And this
So
give us several opportunities. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. For business, for travel. But it's very exciting.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I really like what you said about expanding your perspective. Have you guys watched that movie Arrival? Ah, it was so nice.
Science.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I think it really shows that
Mhm.
they were trying to communicate with aliens, try to understand how they think. And in the end, they really got to think like they did and acquired the talent of predicting the future. You say,
Precognition.
yeah, amazing. Amazing. I
Traduz
really
para
like
nós aí.
New
No.
Portuguese.
What's the name of that movie in Portuguese?
I don't know.
A Chegada?
No,
I don't think so.
Mm-mm. Não. Nós estamos falando sobre um filme que se chama Arrival. Eu não sei como que é o nome desse filme em português. Vocês podem dar uma pesquisadinha aí. E fala justamente sobre isso que o Kriss estava falando, sobre expandir as perspectivas de pensar como as outras pessoas pensam, né? Porque nós temos a nossa cultura, né? Todo mundo está acostumado a ela, mas as outras culturas, elas têm formas diferentes de pensar, de agir, né? E quando nós aprendemos um idioma novo, nós adquirimos isso, né? Para o nosso ser, né? Nós enraizamos isso dentro da gente também. E esse filme, gente, é muito bacana porque são 2 intérpretes que eles precisam fazer contato com alienígenas, né? E eles vão tentando detectar símbolos, sons, né, para se comunicarem. E nisso, a intérprete, ela começa a imaginar cenas assim, né? Ela está prevendo o futuro, mas ela não sabe, né? Então, ao longo que ela foi tentando aprender a língua, se comunicar com os alienígenas, ela começou a pensar como eles e adquirir esse dom que eles têm também, né? Então, nossa, assim, para mim é um resumo, né, de quem aprende um segundo idioma. É muito bacana isso, muito bacana. Watch it, it's really nice. Okay, so I guess this is it. Kriss, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sure. And guys, congratulations for your performance, for trying. You did amazing.
Great job.
Thank
guys.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kriss.
Okay, so I hope to be here meeting you again soon, Kriss. Maybe you will be
Hopefully.
already in the US.
Yes.
Yay. So good luck with everything, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm
I'll see you
pleasure,
guys.
Kriss. I'm pleasure.
It's a great pleasure to meet you guys. Talk to you later.
Oh.
See you. Bye-bye. Good night, guys.
Who knows? I
Bye.
see you
Bye-bye.
I
Good night.
see you
Bye-bye.
one of
See
these days.
you.